G'day, welcome back to the 40 channel. So since day one, I've had issues with my sliding windows. Never been able to close them properly. They haven't been able to lock and keep everything secure, especially if Dad's sitting in the back. You want to lock him in there. The dual Bailey channel, we're gonna rip all the windows out and we're gonna reinstall them and hopefully everything will be good. You ready?
You betcha.
Let's get into it. Righto, so as you can see, the Bailey channel on my sliding windows on my Troopy are cactus. They've been like this, well, pretty much since I bought it. And it's just brittle and falling apart. Righto, so the biggest problem I've had is security. I cannot close these properly to stop anyone, even though that's really stiff and I can't really open it, but still I can't lock them. It just won't seal up because it's jammed all up in here. As you can see, it's super, super tight. It's absolutely ridiculous. On top of that, especially these ones up here behind your head, it's a lot of wind noise created. And as I said, we're trying to dull down the noise as much as possible so we can have a nice cruisy trip to Clex. And on the way up, know that we've got security, that no one's gonna break into my Troopy and steal stuff. Well, you know, hopefully anyway. Righto, so normally you should be able to move these to the middle and lift these up. But because they're so jammed and so brittle, and so tight, I just can't get it high enough to lift them up from the middle there. It's very close, but not quite. So, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and rip out as much as I can. It's just falling apart in pieces. This is going to be a bit of a lengthy process. It's like rock hard in there. Right, I'm going to need a screwdriver to dig this out. This is ridiculous. So it's that easy. It's so simple. You just lift it up, pop the window out, and it's yeah, no, that's not easy. That's ridiculous. Anyway. Keep going. We've got heaps more to dig out on this window. I'll come back in a minute. One bit out. Scary. Now there's still a fair bit in there that I need to sort of dig out. There's a heap of dirt and crud all built up in there as well that I need to clean out. We really need to try to clean this off too. Why we've got it out. Brand new Bailey channels from Rubber Seals Australia. So RSA, these guys make incredibly awesome products. They do a huge amount of work and effort and research into making sure that everything is spot on right. Anyway, let's continue to clean all this out and then we'll try and fit one of these up. Finally got all the rubber out, or the felt out. I'm just really, there is so much buildup of dirt. It's unbelievable. I've just been scraping it out. It's been 40 minutes just to get this pulled out and cleaned out. Every time you try to pull a bit out, it just breaks another little bit off, another little bit off. Anyway, it is going to be so worth it when it's finished. Got this really cool little wire brush. It is super fine. It just fits right in there to clean all that rubbish out. Damp rag, you just get that last little bit out of it. Hopefully. Righto, the amount of dirt I've got out of this is incredible. I mean, just look at that rag. It's insane. Now I think it's time to fit up our first one. Now we've got 3 more to go after this. But anyway, let's get into it. Now, the cool thing is, these have all your little ribs cut into them for your corners, has your locks, all your drain hole points all cut into it. So it is all ready to go. We don't have to worry about trying to figure out where we're going to cut it to because we don't have anything left to make a template out of. RSA have done all the hard work for us. Righto, so I can see that is my lock. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to use that as our datum point. Righto, to be honest, it is a bit of a struggle and a real effort to get this felt in. So double Bailey channel, there is a bit of a trick to getting it in, but perseverance will get us there. So the real trick is you need that Bailey channel to sit completely in to create the W. So using the old mold as a bit of a guide. The trick is with the new one, because it's brand new and flat, trying to get that mold into that same shape is very tricky to get it to hold. Once it's actually in there and locked in, it's not too bad, but the trick is using a small flathead screwdriver, you're pressing it into the corner, lifting it up, and then I twist the screwdriver and it seems to lock it in position, and just very slowly working my way all the way around the window. And then obviously when you get to the top, it's even harder because gravity is trying to make it fall down. The bottom's not too bad. The corners, once you work them around, work your side up, and then it gets a lot trickier up the top here. So it's all to lock in under, behind this seal, just in here on both sides. The corners, down, in, and twist, down, in, and twist. Just keep working your way all the way around. You can just see that little bit of Bailey channel. Seems to sit in perfectly and looks nice, but that is not correct, and you will not get your glass in until that lip pushed up inside that channel. Very hard to film, but hopefully this makes sense. So now I've employed my dad. He's coming over to share a bit of the pain with me, getting some of these windows out. How you going, Dad?
Slowly, getting bits and pieces. Picking up the pace now, we're getting the clues.
Yeah, know how to do it now. Trim the excess off. Window installation. Righto. So as you see, if it catches on the Bailey channel, just feed that Bailey channel out. Second window. There we go. I can actually lock my windows now. How nice is that? Hopefully that'll keep my items nice and secure inside Minty. Righto, so we have completed the job. It was a bit of a mission. I started late at night, got really frustrated, rang Dad. Dad came back in today.
Yeah.
And we went pretty good.
We did, we just got better and better.
We did. By the last window, we knocked it out in about 40 minutes. The first window I spent nearly 4 hours on, so.
It can only get better.
Can only get better, absolutely. It was a bit time consuming. We had to really work through it, but we got there in the end. And now I have windows that slide, I have windows that close and lock. So it keeps everything secure. and it just looks so much better, and hopefully it'll reduce all that wind noise that used to catch in the windows, especially right behind the driver's seat. So I reckon they came up good, Dad.
Fantastic job.
Yeah, excellent.
Good
Thank you
work.
very much for your help.
Pleasure.
That's awesome. Excellent. Righto, so hopefully that's been helpful to anyone else who wants to do windows either on a Troopy or short wheelbase, especially the LXs. They have the same sort of window. And until next time,
All the best.